Can I start?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Namaste to all my dear masters. Before I start the session, my gratitude to my gurus, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, Dr. Newton Kondaviti, and Dr. Lakshmi. Myself, I am Indrani Krishna Mohan. I am from Tadipatri. So today I am in front of you to share such a great topic, that is forgiveness. Before I go into the topic, let me tell you about myself. So my family is a meditator family. So before I came to this world, my family members are doing meditation. So I know this meditation from the childhood. So I have been practicing this meditation, and I have seen great miracles, and I have observed many differences after doing meditation, and how I used to be. It's completely different when I practice meditation daily without missing any single day. So when I started this meditation, it was like I am a student when I started this meditation. So, as you know, the student want the concentration and memory power during that age. So, I've received that concentration and memory power more due to this meditation, and I started practicing the being in this present moment, and being in a positive mindset, doing positive thoughts, and speaking very carefully. So this meditation has taught me everything. And then I went to the Quantum Life University, and I have done many sessions through the Quantum Life University, like Inner Child Workshop, Past Life Regression, and Family Constellation, Rebirthing Breathwork, Life Between Lives, and finally the Soul Coach Training Program. So whatever I am, it's all due to the blessings of my parents, the gurus, and also myself. So let me come to this topic. I have said more about myself. Then the topic, forgiveness, the most basic thing in our life. It is needed everywhere in our lives. In the day-to-day life, forgiveness is the most important thing to stabilize the relationships, to let go of the things that we hold. So basically, the forgiveness is the basic nature of our existence, like how the love is the basic nature of the soul existence. The forgiveness is also the basic nature of the soul. So what is the forgiveness? Why are we saying we have to forgive? So what happens if we are not forgiving? Whom do we have to forgive? So let us know about these in detail. So what is forgiveness? What do you think the forgiveness means? So we generally listen this word, I just forgive. I forgive people. So then again, for example, if someone are hurt, if someone hurted you, so you say, at the time you say, I just forgive the people. I just forgive him or her. Then when again the same people you encounter, if you encounter those people, then there is something in you that is pulling that he or she has hurted me in the past. There is some resentment, there is some anger in you that this is something they have done. Or otherwise, if you have done something to others, then you feel such guilty or shame towards yourself. So forgiveness is mainly about letting go of all those feelings that you have had, that you are holding. The forgiveness means you are letting go our ego. Mainly, why do we not forgive? It's because mainly of our ego. Our ego says, that that person or this person has done something terribly wrong to you, then how can you forgive? Or otherwise, the ego operates on yourself that you have done something wrong, you have to be guilty or shame. How come you forgive yourself? So, forgiveness is all about letting go of all those emotions that you carry, of all those resentments that you carry. The forgiveness is all about letting go. Forgiveness is all about loving yourself and others as they are, freeing yourself from that guilt, from that shame, or freeing others from that guilt, freeing others from that emotion of hatredness. So forgiveness is all about this. So forgiveness, you are forgiving someone or you're forgiving yourself, that means you are letting go your ego and you are saying, I am sorry for yourself, for them, or you are just leaving the person as they are. So forgiveness is all about this. So when when we are not able to forgive, it's nothing but we are in the ignorance, we are in the deep ignorance. So let me share with you that we create our own reality. That's the well known truth and fact, right? That we have created our own reality. So if someone are hurt, if you are hurt by someone, then here, as we know that we create our own reality, it means do they have they done something wrong, or is that you have created? Question yourself. If you are unable to forgive yourself or forgive others, the main thing is to question yourself that I have created my own reality through my thoughts, emotions, and words. So, what is there? What is there not to forgive? It's all about us. It's all about us who have created it. Then how come we not forgive others? It's us, we have created the situation. So ask yourself, it is my reality that I have created. It's my karma that that's happening. So what is there? When you have created something, you have the power to change also. When you have created that something, there is something you have to learn from that. So know yourself. What is the thing that you have learned? So when you know this, what is the thing that you have learned from other person when something wrong has done to you, when something has happened? Ask yourself, what is that I have learned? That I have created this situation, why I have created this situation in the first point. We have to deep, we have to go inside us to know why is this happening. When we know the reason, even if you are saying, we are vocally saying that I forgive others, but you're not, but deep inside you're not. So then ask yourself, what have I learned from this situation? Why I have created this? Why I have attracted like this kind of situation? Ask yourself, question yourself, the answer will come definitely. So then when you have learned that this is created by me and this is a lesson for me to learn, to be how to be compassionate, to learn how to be strong enough, to learn how to behave, to learn how to be patient, to learn how not to be hurt by others. So what is that you have to learn? When you learn something, that just let go. We can just let go of all those things. You know, we can really forgive other people. This forgiveness, instead of not forgiving others, then there is an anger within us that comes destructions in our life. Let me share with you the story of the great master Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra had done such a great tapasya, and one day the Trishanka Maharshi want to go to Swargaloka with his physical body. Then Vishwamitra Maharshi helped him to go with this physical body. But then the Indra not obeyed Trishanka. So he sent back to this earth. So then the Vishwamitra was so much angered that how can he do like that? Then what he did, he lost all his, he made a kingdom where Trishankar can stay. Through this anger, he lost all his powers which he have gained through this meditation. But why? It's just because of his anger, because of the ego that he had sent down. How can he? He lost all the power and made one Swarga like kingdom. See how the anger has made him to lost all his powers. It's just we are, when we are not forgiving others or when we are not forgiving ourselves, we are just hurting ourselves. We are creating more and more painful situations in our lives. When we are not forgiving, it's like we want the other person to suffer. See, when you imagine you are very much hurt, something terribly has wrong happened to you, and you saw the person, what do you think? Whatever happened to me, double or triple has to happen to them. You think something bad has to happen to them. Not all of us, but most of the times we think like that. They have done something terribly wrong to me. So they had to pay. They had something terribly wrong has to happen to others also. But is that right? We know the concept of karma. If we think like that about others, that return back to us that twice. If you are thinking that others has to be paid, that something terrible has to happen to others, you know what happens to you also. That comes back to you. That terrible things, you have to face it again. So is that really necessary to face all those terrible things again and again in our lives? I think it's a no from all of us. So whom we have to forgive? Like the most basic thing we have to do is forgive ourselves first for creating that situation. When it comes to forgiveness, it's not about others. First, it comes about us. It's us. When I say that we create our own reality, we might blame ourselves. Why I have created this? What's the reason that I have created this? Why? Why me? Why do I create this? So sometimes we take blame on us. Why did this happen to me? How come I am not successful in my life? How come there is no love in my life? There is no stable relationship in my life? And how come I am not successful? There are many things that we do not forgive ourselves in the first place. So the forgiveness starts from us within. Forgiveness starts from us. Then we can forgive others. So that forgiveness, as we say, that has to come from within. You have to forgive yourself and accept yourself as you are, as you have created. Everything is for a higher purpose. If there is a situation for you, that will be for your own good. There is something that you have to learn. You have to forgive yourself for not being successful, for creating that reality, or for not being loud, or for not being worthy enough, or for not being deserving it. Know the truth that you are loved, that you are worthy, you are successful. Know the truth and you forgive yourself in the first place. Then we can forgive others. So we should not hold that resentment when we see others that they have done something terribly wrong. Something happened to us. So in the first place, we have to forgive ourselves. So whenever we forgive ourselves, we just accept ourselves as we are. Then you can see how much love flows through you, how much love you can spread. From that love, everything changes when you forgive. So in the first place, when I have faced some situations in my life, then I got this exactly the same questions. Why did this happen to me? then I came to know that it's for my own good. That when I learn something good from it, then I'm able to forgive. So first, I forgave myself that this has happened. I forgave myself for not being like that, for being how I am. So from that forgiveness, we liberate. Our souls liberate from that state. We increase our state. We go to the higher planes. Just you place your hand on your heart and you say that you forgive yourself. I forgive myself with complete acceptance when something happened in the past or in the present. You say to yourself that I forgive. Then you can see there is something tremendous change happening in you from that moment. And from that place, you are able to forgive others too. So, like this, we have so many things that we are able to forgive. So we have to let go of all those things. We have to let go of that that we are not doing anything, that I am not capable of anything. So let go of all these thoughts. So first we have to, we have to give freedom for ourselves. We have to give freedom for others, like how they are. Let them stay how they are. And also we have to give freedom from ourselves to the society. We have to just accept that self, accept as it is. You have to just accept it. When we just complain, when we just judge that this is like this is like that, where our eyes are, where we focus, that comes back to us, the law of attraction, where we keep more focus, that comes as that comes into our life. For example, if you focus on the society, that the society is very cruel, the society is very bad, it always points out it is so ill, society is so evil. If you are seeing the society from that point of view, then what happens? You are focusing only on the point of view, like evil or something bad. Then what did you expect from the society? The evilness. What do you return back? What it return back is the same evilness or the same bad things from the society. You might face the same whole drama again in your life because your point of view is like that. Your point of view is completely different. But when we change our focus on how it is, how our society is developing, how the society is for our own good, how the universe is, when we just accept it as it is, then completely changes because when our focus changes, our lives changes too. So just we have to change the focus, how we are seeing now to how we have to see. So when we change the focus, like the society is so good, the universe always helps me, there are someone for me, there are people who love me, then the total complete world changes for you. You can see so much of difference from before and now. So this forgiveness is always of accepting it as it is and letting go. So letting go of your ego. So the main thing we have to speak here of ego. We have to, take this ego and put it aside, and we have to, if you have done something wrong, you have to say sorry. That's where the relationship builds. Even it is right. Sometimes that when you ask for forgiveness, that I'm sorry, the relationship holds on that pace. The relationships are so beautiful. We just have to keep our let go of our ego mindset and behave, act from our heart. That's where the difference starts. So that's where the change comes. Let go of all that is. You know, If you're not able to forgive, it's like you're not able to let go. For example, if you're holding a glass of water in your hand and you're holding it for a long time, for example, you're holding it for 1 hour, that's okay. If you're holding it for 2 hours, that might be okay. For one day, that might be problematic, but might be okay. If for 1 month, or for a year, or for some years you're holding that glass of water in your hand, what happens to this hand? Will our hand be alive? Absolutely no. There will be so painful, and there will be, it's like our body cells are dying. So, but when we release that, when we keep the glass of water aside, it's like, it's more like, wow, what a freedom that we have got. How? You'll be like, it's like a burden has, has gone out from you. So, what are we doing? If you are not forgiving, we are just holding it. If you are not letting go, you're just holding it. You're just suffering for yourself, suffering for ourselves without doing nothing. We are just making ourselves so unhappy, being not joyful. We are making ourselves to be our lives unhappy. You're not living a happy life when you're doing like this. So what we have to do is just forgive. When we forgive, we liberate. So I I have already said forgiveness means letting go. It's not like letting go the person away from you, not speaking to them. It's from your mind, from your soul. You're just forgiving them. When you see them again, it's like you're not hurt, you're not feeling any guilt, you're not feeling any shame. You are just being at your as usual. You're not having any feelings or emotions towards the other person. That's what the real forgiveness means. So you're not having any, anger or hatred towards other people. You're completely okay with them. You can even have a close conversations with them, because when you are forgive yourself or others, you are just releasing yourself from there. When you are holding it, you are just holding them. Even though they are not beside you, you are just holding them. You are just energetically, you are pulling those situations again and again to yourself. So instead of that, if you let go, that person is no longer affecting you in your day-to-day life. So because we usually either be in the past or be in the future, but not in this present moment. We need to be in this present moment. If we want to be in this present moment, we have to forgive. We should not think of what happened in the past, because past is past. All we have in our hands is this present moment. So we need to be in this present moment and decide our future, because the future lies within this present moment. How you are in this present moment is what decides the future. So, how you are in this present moment. So, we have to forgive ourselves from the deep within us. So, let me share with you another example of the great leader Nelson Mandela. So Nelson Mandela was kept in jail for almost 27 years, and the jail was, actually he was 6 feet tall and the jail was 5 feet. So he was there in the jail room, suffering. You know what happened? So he was beaten. The jailer who was there, when he asked for water, he passed the urination. So he says that even than my mother's milk, I drank his urine more. So after the 27 years of his jail, so after releasing, he became the president. So, and again, once he met the jailer whom he has tortured. So then the jailer was shivering, what's happening, what he will do for me. But you know what happened, the Nelson Mandela? He just forgave him, and he said he just offered him a cup of coffee or tea, and with some beautiful smile, he spoke to him. Everyone was so shocked. How can he forgive? How? That much forgiveness he have. The Nelson Mandela, our great leader. So, and again, most of the people who are working there have feared that they might have lose their job. But Nelson Mandela did not do anything. He said, "We together build our nation. We let go of the past and we build our future." How great he is! Even he has forgiven the jailer who tortured him, who the people who made him to live in the jail for that many years, who made him suffer. He just forgave them. That's the forgiveness nature that we want in our lives. So when we forgive, so this is all happens when we forgive. We just liberate, our souls just liberate. We be in this present moment without thinking of anything that holds us, without, we are not just holding it. We are just letting go. We are just moving ahead. Without forgiving means we are just pulling ourselves back and back and back and back in our life. But when we forgive, it's like we are just moving forward ahead in our lives. So, but when we are not forgiving, so what happens is we are just holding on to the person. Every time you see him, you see the person, or you hear about the person, you just feel that resentment in you, and you feel that angry in you. You feel that all those negative emotions in you, which again is affecting you, because our body is made up of water, and the water molecules are affected by our words and thoughts. So when you are having these negative emotions, you are making yourself unhealthy. You are causing problem for yourself. You are making yourself unhealthy. You are leading your life into a sad life. So do we really need that? Do we really have to move backwards and we are not exceed in life, and we are just holding someone? Do we really need that, or do we have to move ahead, letting go? So if you are not going to forgive, we are just holding that energy. And if you are judging someone, if you are judging yourself or someone, you are just taking the karmic balance of others to yourself. Is it really necessary in our life? No, absolutely no. All we need is to liberate, to move ahead. So one time, a man was holding a tree, and he was crying a lot that the tree is not letting go. The tree is not letting me to come out. Actually, the man was holding the tree. Then one guru who was passing by asked him, "Why are you crying? What happened?" Then he said, "The tree is not letting me go." Then the guru smiled and said, "It's not the tree, my dear. It's you who is not choosing to let go. It's you. If you just let go, then you are free. You are not affected. You just have to let go." So it says, who is hanging, who is, holding us and others at this present moment, and not making ourselves and others to move ahead. So it's our choice. It's more like forgiving means it's not about freeing others, it's more of freeing ourselves from that place. So this is what the forgiveness brings in our life. So when we forgive others, we just let go of all the hatred in us. We live healthy, we spend a beautiful life, we'll be leading a very happy life, and we are very joyfully liberating ourselves. So, not forgiving means it's like a slow poison that is taking for ourselves. As I said, our body full of water, We are not forgiving others, we are hating us. We are just taking that slow poison, and one day it's going to affect us very badly. So now take a chance that you forgive yourself, because forgiveness is the most important thing in our life. So you take a chance to forgive yourself first, forgive ourselves, and again, then we forgive others also. So, like this, when you forgive, you liberate. So, let me share with you another story of Jesus Christ. So, Jesus Christ, we all know about him. So, he was, what happened to him? Even at that stage, he was with complete, full of love and forgiveness. He forgave all those people who has done something terrible to him. By forgiving, he let others free and also himself free. So the forgiveness is so important in our life. We have to take ahead for ourselves. We have to take a step for ourselves. We have to take responsibility for our life, for forgiving others and forgiving ourselves too. So like that, we free ourselves. You can see in our day-to-day life, let me not tell you about others, but in our family itself, many times we are hurt by some words. Many times we might hurt others by our words in our family or in our working place. When you not forgive, if for example, if my mother had said something to me, if I am not able to forgive her, then I am going to live happily? Obviously, no. I'll be meeting her. I'm just with her every day. So, how can I be happy? Every time I remember that she has said something to me. But if I forgive her, if I forgive myself, or if I forgive her for saying like that, then what happens? We just live very happily. In our relationships, in our daily life, we have to forgive. So, forgiveness, when we practice it in each and every moment of our life, when we practice it daily, when we make this forgiveness as a habit of our life. So, as we are breathing, right? So, as you are breathing, when you make this forgiveness, the habit of forgiveness in your life, then you are going to see a miracles in our life. Forgiveness is all about loving ourselves and loving others as they are, letting go of others and letting go of ourselves as it is, accepting it as it is. So it's all about this. It's all about love. It's all about us. When something happened, even if you're not able to forgive, remember everyone who have acted it, it's all because of our inner us. Everyone surrounding you are mirror of us. So whatever that is inside us, it's just reflecting in the outside. So remember this. So when you remember, you can let go of them. You can forgive them. And whatever happened also, when you see that, you know, and you are not able to forgive, just remember their eyes, just remember their person and look into their eyes. You can see some pain and wounds in them also. Everyone are wounded, most of us. From the childhood, we are wounded. We have got so many blocks in our life. We are wounded somewhere. We are just acting from those wounds. It's not their wrong or ours. We are just acting from those wounds. When you see that they are also wounded, then compassion rises in you. With that compassion, you again forgive. So this is the most beautiful things that happen in our life, the forgiveness, that acceptance, that love. So when you forgive, you let go, you accept it as it is, you liberate, and you be in this present moment, because nothing past is gonna affect you. Make forgiveness as a habit of your life. Forgive others. Let keep our ego mind, egoic self aside and see the beauty. Let we not have resentment in others or in ourselves. Let we not have that. Let we just enjoy our lives. Let we just be with ourselves. Let we just connect with that soul, with that higher gods within us. So this is all about the forgiveness that I want to share. And let us do some short process. So where we are going to forgive ourselves and others, friends. So I hope we have all understood about this forgiveness and what happens if you are not forgiving and what happens if we forgive. So come on friends, let us go to this meditation. Let us do some short process. It will be a guided meditation. You just follow my words. So let us all sit in a comfortable posture. Cross your fingers. If you are sitting in a chair, cross your legs. Just be in a comfortable posture and then close your eyes. Observe your natural breathing process. The inhalation you take and the exhalation you release. Just observe the breathing pattern, how it is. Is it calm? Is it speed? Just observe it. Observe your natural breathing process. With this breath, allow yourself to relax. Allow your body to relax. Let your mind relax. Completely, totally relax. From your head to toe, just allow yourself to be relaxed. Relax your head, relax your mind, relax your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your jaws, your face muscles. Just let them completely relax. Your neck, your shoulders, the lungs, the chest area, heart, kidneys, liver, small intestines and large intestines, all the abdominal area. It's just completely relaxed. Your hands are completely relaxed. Then come to the lower portions. They are also completely relaxed. Your thighs, your knees, your foot, the fingertips. You can feel that relaxation in your whole body. You are in completely relaxed and one with yourself. Wow, you're so much relaxed. Now, in this relaxation, allow yourself to be in front of a mirror. Allow yourself to see yourself in a mirror. See yourself completely. Feel yourself. What are you thinking about yourself? Is there any negative emotion that you feel for yourself? Just feel it. Is there any positive emotions? Just feel it. Now, look deep into your eyes. Look into your eyes. Look through your eyes. Our eyes are our doors to the soul. Look deeply into your eyes. You can see yourself. You are seeing yourself, the divine being on this planet Earth. See yourself from that perspective that you are utterly pure. You are so pure. Nothing can make you unpure. Whatever happened, if something has done wrong to you, if something terrible has happened, or if you have done anything to others, see that you are so pure and so divine. Accept it that you are divine. Feel that you are so pure and divine. From that, you ask forgiveness for yourself. You say to yourself that I forgive myself for whatever happened in my life. Whatever happened in my life is for a purpose, that I have learned something. I forgive myself completely for whatever happened, for whatever I have created. Everything is for a purpose and it has a lesson. Remember you are the divine soul coming to this planet Earth for experiencing. Forgive yourself for something you have done, for something others have done to you. Forgive completely. Ask for your forgiveness for yourself. Let you accept yourself completely. Let that love flow through you from the divine you. From that state of forgiveness, you can sense you are surrounded by love. Feel that by forgiving yourself, you are liberating. You are just liberating. Feel that love. Feel the divine nature. Feel. Just forgive yourself from the bottom of your heart. Now, know that you have forgiven yourself completely. And now what you have to do is imagine some people who you want to forgive, who has hurted you, who has hurt you. Imagine those people in front of you. Imagine all those people whom you have to forgive, who has hurt you. It might be your family, it might be your friends, it might be your colleagues, it might be some any other persons. Just imagine them standing right in front of you. Now, look into those eyes. Look into the eyes of the persons whom you want to forgive. Look into those eyes. Notice that whatever the divine is there within you is there in them also. Notice the divinity in all. Notice that. See the divinity in all of them. Remember what has happened. They have served you for a greater purpose. See the divine in them. See the purity in them. The purity which is in you is there in them also. See through it. See through their eyes. Now you see for them. Now I completely forgive you. I completely forgive all of you. From the bottom of my heart, I forgive you. I let go of you. You are no longer controlling me. Feel that letting go from you. You can see all those ties which have been bounded. Those are all you have been letting go of all those things which you're holding up to now. It's so important to forgive others for liberating ourselves. To see that I forgive you and you no longer control me and I am letting go of you. I just accept you as it is. I let go of all those emotions that I have carried for all these years. Now, say thank you for serving you. Say thank you for playing a role in your life. Let all those people disappear from your eye, meaning you are just letting go of them, you are just forgiving them. Just make them disappear from you. Now you are with such a divine and pure love. From this divine nature, you see those people whom you have hurt in your life, to whom you have to ask them for forgiveness, to whom you have to say you are sorry, and to whom you have to ask for forgiveness. Imagine those people in front of you. Now, say to them, I ask for your forgiveness. I am sorry for what I have done. Ask for forgiveness and say sorry that you have done this. When you ask for forgiveness, imagine those people saying that I forgive you. The people to whom you are asking for forgiveness are forgiving you. Imagine. Through asking for forgiveness, you are also helping yourself to liberate, to move ahead, for not letting holding of the past. You are letting go of them also. Ask for their forgiveness and listen, saying them, I forgive you. Now you are letting go of them also. Now, in this state of complete forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and asking for forgiveness, you are recognizing the deep divine in you. You are flowing, you are completely filled with that love energy. With this energy, with the feeling of joy, come back to this present moment. Come back, friends. Come back to the place where you are. Come back to this present moment and just place your fingers on your eyes and gently open your eyes with a bright smile in your face. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you are all able to forgive yourself and forgive others, and as well as ask for your forgiveness. And I hope you have all known about this forgiveness. Thank you, friends.